Dear students, today we will discuss the hydro power plant. हेलो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आपका इलेक्ट्रिकल सब्जेक्ट पावर जनरेशन में आपका हार्दिक स्वागत. टुडे वी विल डिस्कस द हाइड्रो पावर प्लांट. Here hydroelectric plant. Here I am going to explain you the different type of power generating station or power plant. First, let us know what is the function of a power generating station. A power generating station or power plant uses various sources like hydel energy, thermal energy, diesel, nuclear energy to produce bulk electrical power. Here now we are going to discuss only hydroelectric power station or hydroelectric power plant and all other power station in next coming article. We have the advantage, disadvantage, layout, equipment of hydroelectric power station or hydroelectric power plant in this article. A generating station which utilizes the potential energy of a water at a high level for the generation of electrical energy is known as a hydroelectric power station. It is known as a hydel power generating station. Here I am going to explain you the different type of generating power station or power plant. First, let us know what is the function of a power generating station. A power generating station or power plant uses various sources like hydel energy, thermal energy, diesel, nuclear energy to produce bulk electrical power. Here now we are going to discuss only hydroelectric power station or hydroelectric power plant and all other power station in next coming articles. We have the advantage and disadvantage, layout, equipment of hydroelectric power station or hydroelectric power plant in this article. A generating station which utilize the potential of water at a high level for the generation of electrical energy is known as a hydroelectric power station. It is known as hydel power generating station. The hydroelectric power stations are generally located in hilly areas where dams can be built conveniently and large water reservoir can be obtained. In a hydroelectric power station, water head is created by constructing a dam across a river or lake. From the dam, water is led to a water turbine. The water turbine captures the energy in the falling water and changes the hydraulic energy into mechanical energy at the turbine shaft. The turbine drives the alternator which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Hydroelectric power stations are becoming very popular because the reserve of fuels, means coal and oil, are depleting day by day. They have the added importance for flood control, storage of water for irrigation and water for drinking purpose. Hydroelectric power stations are generally located in hilly areas where dams can be built conveniently and large water reservoir can be obtained. In a hydroelectric power station, water head is created by constructing a dam across a river or lake. From the dam, water is led to a water turbine and the water turbine captures the energy in the falling water and changes the hydraulic energy. Any product of head and flow of water into mechanical energy at the turbine shaft. The turbine drives the alternator which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Hydroelectric power stations are becoming very popular because the reserve of fuels, i.e. coal and oil, are depleting day by day. They have the added importance for flood control, storage of water for irrigation and water for drinking purpose. A hydro power plant schematic diagram Although a hydroelectric power station simply involves the conversion of hydraulic energy into electrical energy, yet it embraces many arrangements for proper working energy efficiency. The schematic diagram of hydroelectric plant is shown in figure below. The dam is constructed across a river or a lake, and water from the catchment area collects at the back of the dam to form a reservoir. If pressure tunnel is taken off from the reservoir and water brought to the valve house at the start of the penstock, the valve house contains main sluice valve and automatic isolating valve. The former control the water flows to the power house and later cut off the supply of water when the penstock bursts. From the valve house, the water is taken to the water plant through a used steel pipe known as penstock. The water turbine converts hydraulic energy into mechanical energy. The turbine drives alternators which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. A surge tank open from the top is built just before the valve house and protects the penstock from bursting in case of turbine gets suddenly closed due to the electrical load being thrown off. When the gate closed, there is a sudden stopping of water at the lower end of the penstock, and consequently, the penstock can burst like a paper log. A surge tank absorbs this pressure swing by increasing its level of water. Dear friends, this is the schematic diagram of a storage type hydropower plant. The main parts of hydropower plant are: first, the reservoir, then third, spillway, fourth, surge chamber, fifth, penstock, sixth, water turbine, seven, alternator, and eighth, tail race and cone. This is yours, and 9 is your tunnel. These are the main parts of hydro power plant. The constituent of a hydroelectric plants are: first, hydraulic structure; second, water turbine; and electrical equipment. First, the hydraulic structure. The hydraulic structure in a hydroelectric power station includes dam, second, spillway, third, headworks, fourth, surge tank, fifth, penstock, and accessory work. First, dam. A dam is a barrier which stores water and creates water head. The main function of dam is to create the water head and to store the water. The dam are built of concrete or stone masonry, earthfill or rockfill. The dams are built of concrete or stone masonry, earth or rockfill. The type and arrangement depend upon the topography of the site. A masonry dam may be built in a narrow canyon. An earth dam may be best suited for a wide valley. The type of dam also depends upon the foundation conditions, local material, and transportation available, occurrence of earthquake and other hazards. At most of sites, more than one type of dam may be suitable, and the one which is most economical is chosen. The second part is spillway. There are times when the river flow exceeds the storage capacity of the reservoir. Such a situation arises during heavy rainfall in the catchment area. In order to discharge the surplus water from the storage reservoir into the river on the downstream side of the dam, spillways are used. Spillways are constructed of concrete piers on the top of the dam. Gates are provided between these piers, and surplus water is discharged over the crest of the dam by opening this gate. This is the spillway. Spillway. Uh, Third one is the headworks. The headworks consists of the diversion structure at the head of an intake. They generally include booms and racks for diverting floating debris, sluices for bypassing debris and sediments, and valves for controlling the flow of water to the turbine. The flow of water into and through headworks should be as smooth as possible to avoid head loss and cavitations. For this purpose, it is necessary to avoid sharp corner and abrupt contraction or enlargement. The fourth part of hydroelectric power station is the surge tank. Open conduit leading water to the turbine requires no production. However, when closed conduits are used, production becomes necessary to limit the abnormal pressure in the conduit. For this reason, closed conduits are always provided with a surge tank. A surge tank is a small reservoir or tank open at the top, in which water level rises or falls to reduce the pressure swing in the conduit. A surge tank is located near the beginning of the conduit. When the turbine is running at a steady load, there are no surge in the flow of water through the conduit, i.e., the quantity of water flowing in the conduit is just sufficient to meet the turbine requirements. However, when the load on the turbine decreases, the governor closes the gates of the turbine, reducing water supply to the turbine. The excess water at the lower end of the conduit rushes back to the surge tank and increases its water level. Thus, the conduit is prevented from bursting. On the other hand, when load on the turbine increases, additional water is drawn from the surge tank to meet the increased load requirement. Hence, a surge tank overcomes the abnormal pressure in the conduit. When load on the turbine falls and acts as a reservoir during increase of the load on the turbine. This is the figure of various penstock protected vases. Here is the cell from this is the penstock, and from here is the entrance of headworks. Here is the air valve, the automatic butterfly valve. This is surge tank, and this is the penstock. The fifth part is of hydroelectric plants is penstocks. Penstocks are open and closed conduit which carries water to the turbine. They are generally made of reinforced concrete or steel. Concrete penstocks are suitable for low heads, and means below 30 meter, as greater pressure causes rapid deterioration of the concrete. The steel penstock can be designed for any head. The thickness of the penstock increases with the head or working pressure. The various devices such as automatic butterfly valve, air valve and surge tank are provided for the production of penstock. Automatic butterfly valve shut off water flow through the penstock promptly if it ruptures. Air valve maintains the air pressure inside the penstock equal to the outside atmospheric pressure. When the water runs out of a penstock faster than it enters, a vacuum is created which may cause the penstock to collapse. Under such situations, air valve opens and admits air in the penstock to maintain inside air pressure equal to the outside air pressure. The main or the second important part of hydroelectric power plant is the water turbine. The water turbines are used to convert the energy of boiling water into mechanical energy. The principal types of water turbines are water turbines are two types. First, impulse turbine, and second, reaction turbine. The impulse turbine, such turbines are used for high head. In an impulse turbine, the internal pressure of the water is converted into kinetic energy in a nozzle, and the velocity of the jet drives the wheel. The example of this type of turbine is the Pelton wheel. It consists of a wheel fitted with elliptical buckets along its periphery. The force of water jet striking the buckets on the wheel drives the turbine. The quantity of water jet falling on the turbine is controlled by means of a needle or a sphere, not shown in the figure, placed in the tip of the nozzle. The movement of the needle is controlled by the governor. If the load on turbine decreases, the governor pushes the needle into the nozzle, thereby reducing the quantity of water striking the bucket. Reverse action takes place if the load on the turbine increases. This is the figure of the Pelton wheel. It is a impulse type of hydraulic power plant. The second hydraulic turbine category is the reaction turbine. Reaction turbines are used for low and medium head. In a reaction turbine, water enters the runner partially with pressure energy and partially with velocity head. The important types of reaction turbines are Francis turbine, and second is Kaplan turbine. A Francis turbine is used for low and medium head. It consists of an outer ring of specific guide blade fixed to the turbine, casing an inner ring of the rotating blade forming the runner. The guide blades control of the flow of water to the turbine. The water flows radially inward and changes to a downward direction while passing through the runner. As the water passes over the rotating blade of the runner, both pressure and velocity of water are reduced. This gives us a reaction force which drives the turbine. A Kaplan turbine is used for low heads and large quantity of water. It is similar to Francis turbine, except the runner of Kaplan turbine receives water axially. The water flows radially inwards through a regulating gates all around the sides, changing direction in the runner to axial flow. This causes a reaction force which drives the turbine. And the last structure of hydroelectric power plant is the electrical equipment. The electrical equipment of a hydroelectric power station includes alternator, transformer, circuit breaker, and other switching and protective devices.